One thing on your bucket list.
I think I always wanted to go to Antarctica.
What's your thing when not digitally wired?
I would say solving Sudoku problems.
Hello, everyone. As we look to accelerate India's economic recovery, technology is critical to this path. Joining me today is a leader with among the deepest experiences on the Indian tech space, Praveen Rao, Chairman NASCOM and COO Infosys. Welcome to Tete, Praveen. Tech is central to many industries today. Which industries have seen this trend accelerate the most during the pandemic, and how do you see this evolve?
So the impact of technology is across sectors, obviously, because in today, by and large, people have learned to deal with the pandemic. They have addressed some of the immediate challenges of employee safety, remote ways of working, solving some of the critical operational problems like supply chain disruptions and so on. But going forward, they have to start looking at how does the post-pandemic world will look like. The people expectations have changed both from a consumer and employee perspective. Some of the business model shifts are probably irreversible. So from that perspective, in the new normal, technology will be core to the new normal. It will be front and central, and we will see massive embrace of digital in the next 18-24 months. So we will see projects moving beyond pilots into full-fledged implementation.
As every company increasingly becomes a tech and software company, what should organizations do to upskill and reskill their workforces to be future ready?
I think it's important for organizations to relook at the whole aspect of skilling, digital literacy in the organization. So an organization has to probably do 5 or 6 things. I mean, first is obviously they have to identify skills which are very critical for the future operating model. The second one, they have to create learning paths to bridge the skill gap. Third one, obviously, they have to look at the ways of learning. The traditional method of classroom training is gone. Now it will be a blended model, part classroom, part instruction led, and so on. And the fourth part is they have to also invest in the next generation learning management platform, which is digital first, cloud native, mobile first, and so on.
Inclusive growth is a huge priority, taking everyone along. And software can make a deep impact, a positive impact on inclusive growth. What's your guidance to software developers in driving this?
My advice to software developers is technology by itself doesn't mean anything, but if you can look at the context, look at problems, and how can you identify the right problem to solve, and how can you use technology to solve the problem, how can you create right use cases to solve the problem and make a bigger impact, both from an economic and societal perspective. And that will be a huge, huge positive. I think as software developers, we need to start thinking in that direction as well.
Thank you so much, Praveen. Pleasure having you at TEDx. And thank you to all the viewers for watching this today. Thanks a lot, Praveen.